Hey guys, what's up? Tyler here, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my favorite camera. Now, in the past couple years, I've used a variety of cameras. I've used DSLRs, I've used point and shoots, I've used camcorders, stuff that shoots only like 480p to stuff that shoots 1080p, 60 frames per second, even stuff that shoots 4K with my drone. And after using all these cameras, I have a lot of choices, and I've come back to one camera that I always say, man, this camera is just really good in many different aspects. And that camera would be the Canon G7X MK I. This is not the Mark II. This is the original. And when I think about my favorite camera, this is the camera I always come back to. And so there are a ton of features packed into this tiny little camera body. And it records great video and it takes really great pictures. Pretty much on par with a DSLR. And there's a great depth of field. You can go from f-stop 1.8 the whole way to f-stop 11. All kinds of shutter speeds, ISO, all this can be just customized inside this camera. It gives you pretty much full range. And I know with a lot of point and shoots, like my old Canon point and shoot, I was limited to what I could do as far as my settings. I can only change certain settings, and some settings I had to just leave the way they were. With this camera, pretty much everything can be ran in manual. And so this camera can record 1080p, 60 frames per second, no 4K, not a big deal, because 4K in cameras this size and this price level, it's more of a marketing gimmick in my opinion, because you can only shoot 5 minutes at a time in 4K, and your camera ends up overheating anyways. So that's not practical if you ask me. But the 1080p looks great. You can really get some nice shots with this. Sometimes I'm just thinking like, wow, this shot came from this little camera right here. It rivals some stuff on my DSLR. And honestly, sometimes this camera is easier to just set up and sit on my tripod in auto mode, and it gets better video quality than me trying to dial in my DSLR. Now that might be me just not knowing how to work the thing, but this is extremely convenient and provides really nice video quality. And another big feature of it that I really enjoy is the flip out screen. Especially whenever you're vlogging, you can see what's in frame and what's not. This has been a huge help for the vlogs that you guys see, the Pokemon Go vlogs, the regular vlogs, even some videos that aren't vlogs I've done with this. The flip out screen really helps. For me, battery life has been excellent with this camera. I was getting around a week on a single battery. My previous Canon vlogging camera, some PowerShot camera, I would have to change a battery every like 2 days, 3 days. I've gone over a week without changing the battery on this thing, and that's recording clips every now and then, every single day. Now this camera isn't perfect, it has its flaws. One of them being the lack of an external mic jack. I would really like that on this camera, but honestly the onboard mic's pretty good. It picks up my voice well, and it does an okay job at getting away of background noise and trying to avoid wind. It's not the best, obviously, but for a built-in microphone you can't ask for a ton, but for what it is, I think it works pretty well. Another feature that isn't really a big deal to me, but it might be for some, is the ability to do, I guess, fancy things like pull focus during video. This ring on the front, it's not meant to focus and non-focus your shot. It's meant to switch between like stops like ISO 400, 800, or f-stop 1.8, 2, or whatever they are. It's not really meant for focus. You can use it to pull focus, adjust your focus in the creative or manual mode, but not in the video mode. And to adjust focus, you can manually focus this thing, but to do that in movie mode, you have to use the dial here and press up and down, and it doesn't really work that well. So if you're looking to pull focus, this really wouldn't be a good choice. The RX100 Mark II has the ability to switch between clicking like this and a smooth scrolling wheel. So they probably updated that and made that a lot easier on the second version of this camera. Who's gonna buy this? Why would you wanna get this? If you want the ability to take really nice pictures without carrying around a big DSLR, and you also wanna get really nice video without carrying around a DSLR camcorder, and especially if you're a vlogger, the flip out screen alone, that's a big deal. And you just get a really good picture quality. You can buy this camera not necessarily for a cheap price, but you can get it cheaper because the Mark II was just released. And I'm sticking with the Mark I for now because it's the same camera sensor. A couple other things were changed, the ring was changed, and a couple other tweaks. So for me, I don't think it's worth the upgrade. But if you can find a good deal on the Mark II, it might be worth considering. And so I really love this little camera. I take it everywhere I go. It gives me great video, great pictures, and it's just so versatile. And there's all kinds of features I didn't even mention, like the ability to transfer pictures through Wi-Fi. There's a ton of stuff packed into this camera that I didn't even go over. But if you want a full review and more details, I'll link to some stuff down in the description below. This is just my experience with my favorite camera. Do you guys own the G7X? And if you do, let me know what you think. And if you own the Mark II, I'm curious to see how much better it is than the Mark I. And let me know what how the ring works for you guys, to see if you can like pull focus or if they improve this functionality at all, because really it's just kind of, it's kind of satisfying to sit here and click it, but really that's about it. And so thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up button. Also subscribe for more videos from me. Let me know what your favorite camera is down in the comment section below. It can be a point and shoot, it can be a DSLR, it can be your cell phone for all I care, because cell phones record great video too. But this by far, G7X is definitely my favoriteest. That's bad English. By far is my, what is it, most favorited? This will be my go-to for when I'm out and about and just need some good footage for vlogging, all kinds of stuff. So if you have any other questions about the G7X, you can leave them down in the comment section below and I can answer them to the best of my ability. Follow me on all my social links. They're all down in the description below as well. We got Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all those fun places. And that's pretty much all I have. I need to leave here before some wild animal attacks me from the woods and before the wind blows into my microphone for 5 more minutes straight. Thank you guys again so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.